Oh, hey, how's it going, my deadly mercenary family? Cosmic Mercenary bringing you a conversation podcast type of thing with the Brotaku. Say hello, bro, the Brotaku.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Thanks for having me today.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Hey, just round of applause, round of applause. So, Brotaku, um, recently you, or at least I think a couple days ago or a week ago, you released a video in response to my Kong would win Godzilla video.
Yes, I
And
did.
I would have to say that it's a very decent video to start off. It was your first video, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, my first official video where I'm like talking and sort of having a conversation. Yes.
All right, perfect. No, that's cool. No, I'm just making sure. I'm just asking the question, the tough questions here. I'm just kidding. Okay, so what we're going to discuss is basically continue our little discussion between King Kong and Godzilla and who would win, and we're gonna top it all off with our own theories of the movie, and try to talk about that. So I wanted the Brotaku to start off the conversation to give us a unedited, untimed reason of why Godzilla is going to win in Godzilla versus Kong. Take it away, the Brotaku.
All right. So one of my big reasons I think Big G is over Kong, in my opinion, is I think Godzilla is just way too durable, in my opinion. I mean, just look at all the stuff that he has endured and taken from not only the 2014 movie but even King of the Monsters. Um, the 2014 one, he survived being ganged up by two monsters, and they were specifically going after like his gills, which are like they kind of seem like a weak point for him. At least that's the way it seemed to me, honestly. And then like in King of the Monsters, that's just it's a whole other ball game. That's just like insane on his durability level, in my opinion. Like he multiple times tanks hits from Ghidorah's I think they're called gravity beams or whatever. Most of the time he takes them and just straight gets back up from them, in my opinion. Like with very little wounds or scars or damage. Like he's sometimes after accumulating lots of damage, he seems tired, but I don't see any physical wounds or anything. And then he survived like getting dropped from like orbit or space or whatever. Just the terminal velocity and everything and all that. And especially with his size added on top of that, how probably fast he was going from that fall. I honestly just don't think Kong has the power to really seriously wound or knock out or put Godzilla down, in my opinion.
Okay, is that all you got? I'm not saying that like in an aggressive tone. I'm just making sure that I don't cut you off because I want to give you the respect that you deserve because you have the
Yeah,
knowledge of Godzilla.
I have many other points, but that to me is one of them. Just the more I don't know main or striking points in my argument for Godzilla.
Okay, okay. Well, let's run with that. Go with that. Okay. So this is the first thing I have to say, and this is not playing around, right? But,
Right?
but the fact is that this battle is not a battle to the death. This is we're not gonna kill each other. Let's be real here. If this makes money, for a fact they're making a sequel. They're making the part two. You know that. It happens
Mm-hmm.
not only for this. It happens for boxing events. It happens in real life. You know what I mean? Like people want the second part. People loved Rocky. People adored Rocky too. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
So for sure they're not gonna kill each other. So killing is out of the question. So now my question is, can the big G take some of the hits of Kong? And I have to answer with yeah, yeah, definitely. If it was fist to fist combat, I definitely believe Kong cannot even scratch the surface of Godzilla. Let's be real here, right? Like you were saying, the gravity beams that King Ghidorah was blasting to Godzilla and did little damage. I would say it did damage, but not as much as you would think they would, because they're gravity beams. Come on.
Mhm.
But the problem with this is that the people making this movie decided to give Kong a weapon, and when giving man weapon or giving ape weapon, ape strong, ape. But for sure. Okay, well, one of the things that's gonna happen for sure, and the only reason why I'm gonna say that Kong is gonna beat Godzilla is just because writing wise, I believe Godzilla will not be 100% for sure.
Mhm.
Because it seems to me, and we're gonna get to the theories later, but it seems to me this Godzilla is not all there. This Godzilla is not thinking straight. This guy, this guy's destroying ships, destroying humans. Why is he doing that? So first of all, we're gonna start off with a half-witted Godzilla, right? Godzilla that's not all there, and we have a Kong that it's there, and most importantly, from what I've seen from the trailer, right, is that it seems to me that Godzilla is going to kill that kid that Kong loves. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So he's gonna have a lot of rage, like a lot of like lust, bloodlust. Because I don't know why not. Because that's how I feel like the movie's gonna go. I just feel like Kong is gonna win just because of the writing of the movie. I'm going very technical here, very technical.
Mhm.
Not because of the raw strength. Yeah, like I'm with you. If this was just a simulated fight, right? Like let's say, like I don't know if you've ever seen a show called Ultimate Warrior, and that's like it was showed in Spike or whatever. So they did a whole bunch of simulations between, like, let's say the Gladiator or Ninja or
Oh, you mean Deadliest Warrior?
Deadliest
Yeah,
Warrior. There you go. It's
I
been
used to
it's been a
watch that.
while.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I think if you put Godzilla versus Kong in a simulation of 100 battles, for sure I would say like at least Godzilla would win 85% of the time. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
but since we're going with American writers, we're going with the writing. And I've just thought the only reason why I believe that Kong is gonna at least beat Godzilla. I'm not saying kill Godzilla. There's a big difference that that I have to say here is that he will never be able to kill Godzilla. But I believe he will win this battle in this movie just because of the writing, just the writing alone. But
Mhm.
that's all I got. It's just because of the writing is there. I've seen it all before. It has been done in Hollywood, and Hollywood likes to be very safe with their movies, and they don't try to be different. They try to play it safe as possible. That's my
Mhm.
argument. Your turn to rebuttal.
Um, yeah, like I guess when I made my point earlier about Kong not having like strength, I didn't mean like as if it was a. I should have like specified better. Like I didn't also mean it as like a death match. I meant it also like if we're just going like just if we're putting these two together and all they have is just their bodies to use against each other, like even taking out like Godzilla's atomic breath and everything, and just a full no holds barred fist fight, then yeah, I don't think Kong, even with his just his bare hands and strength, has the strength to knock like I said, knock Godzilla out or just keep him down for the count, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you are right about the his new like axe or whatever it is that I think people have said or have shown that's like possibly or is a like dorsal fin off of Godzilla's spines.
Oh, so with that, and we could talk about this more in the theory section of the video. I believe that it's from a Godzilla's dorsal spine. I don't think it's from this Godzilla. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I see, imagine that much damage to a Godzilla. Like, I don't think he has the raw strength to literally rip off a or the spine off a Godzilla. You know what I mean? Like, I agree with you. He doesn't have the strength to do that at all. Like something must have, I don't know, naturally fallen off a Godzilla. Because I don't feel like just grabbing him and just what is he gonna try to do? Bend it? Like those things don't look bendable at all. You know what I mean? So, um, I feel like maybe in Skull Island there's a Godzilla. But because I don't know if you know this, but in the comics, there was apparently two Godzillas very recently. Well, very recently in the timeline of the movie, like we're talking 19th century in the movie verse. There was like Japanese described there was two Godzillas, and one of the Godzillas died fighting a monster. I think it was fighting the bigger version of the Mudos. I think that's how he died. But Godzilla had a partner, had another Godzilla roaming around, and that one died. So I think
Okay.
that's maybe where he gets the the fin or whatever.
Okay, like Monarch has it or something like.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Because I don't like you said, he doesn't have the strength to knock him out. How will he have the strength to rip one apart, out of his spine? You know what I mean? It's just
Mm-hmm.
like,
And then going on that, you said he has the new axe and everything, but how strong is that gonna really be? Like, for what we've seen in the trailer, it seems to like hold off an atomic blast like pretty well, but isn't gonna be to like able to like can he swing that into Godzilla and like cut him?
well, the thing, I don't know if you've seen the trailer. Well, you've seen the trailer, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm kind of bad at like picking out the minute like details in the background and stuff. So
no worries,
that's
no
what
worries.
it is.
Okay, so the thing that I'm seeing right here, right, and you'll see right now, that axe is not deflecting the atomic breath; it's absorbing it. That's how I think it's also a Godzilla fin. Cause look at that. Like it's absorbing it. You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And you see how it's glowing and it's just taking the thing. It's not deflecting it. It's like and its atomic breath is basically power, right? And you cannot like just destroy power. Power does not work like this, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I didn't think it was. First of all, I didn't think it was deflecting it. I thought it was just like blocking it.
Yeah, blocking it. Yeah. Okay,
But I
so yeah.
didn't notice it was actually absorbing it because now that you like did that, I'm like, yeah,
And look at this. Look at this. And that you see that's odd. Shoot. Okay, this is
But
the
yeah, I
voice.
saw the
You
like
see
when you
that
connect
blast? That connect right there.
yeah.
Okay, I see. So it's absorbing it. And as soon as it hits it, look at that blast. You can't tell me that axe just did not absorb it and just brought it
Mhm.
back to Godzilla. You basically just downbeat him, countered it. That's basically what Kong just did right now to Godzilla.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with what you're saying and saying.
So, but that's what I believe with the dorsal fin. But continue. You were at the fin. Go ahead. You were talking. I just want
Oh
to.
yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
So yeah, okay. So now with that new information, it has the ability to, I guess, basically negate Godzilla's atomic breath.
I believe. Well, yeah,
So
it seems like it.
Godzilla's most powerful weapon, Practically, Kong has a perfect counter for it. So, yeah, but like I was saying, like I don't disagree that if he like smacks like Big G upside the head like that with a supercharged swing like that in the trailer, yeah, it's definitely going to do some damage if I would have to think, because it's his own atomic breath being like turned back on him, plus with the force of the axe swing. But what I was saying is, by itself, the axe,
yeah, by itself.
will it have like the, I guess, sharpness or whatever to like damage Godzilla, like cut his skin?
Which I doubt. You know, you're completely right on that. It's only useful when it's absorbed the, well, at least with this theory, right? With what I'm presenting you with, yeah, it will only be good because if you see the axe, if you see the axe is not that sharp. You know what I mean? And even if it was a Godzilla fin or whatever, let's see, right here. Yeah, they don't look that sharp. They look pointy, but they don't look sharp at all. You know what I mean? Look at that.
But like you said, it could be like an older Godzilla fin or whatever. So maybe it's like, decayed a bit and lost some of that.
Okay.
But it still has enough to like absorb the breath or whatever.
Okay, I see what you mean.
I don't know. That's just a theory in my head.
No, yeah, of course.
If we're going with that theory behind where the axe came from.
Yeah. Because no, dude, this Big G, look at that. He's not gonna be able to rip that apart. Do you think G's gonna let him do that? To get close enough to do that? Like,
to just rip us, fin off or spine off? No, I don't.
Yeah, and I don't think so either.
I mean, Kong is strong. Don't get me wrong. I mean, especially now with his massive size increase to match Godzilla. But even then, like, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I still don't think so. In my opinion. But if we want to go on to another like point that we brought, or that you brought up in your video,
Go ahead.
You said a point, like, well, 2 points actually that I wholeheartedly agree with on your end, is that like first, Kong has way more like mobility and agility than Godzilla, which I wholeheartedly agree with. Like how anyone can deny that is like beyond me, especially when you see like in the trailers he's like jumping off of buildings and like
parkour, 316 no scope this freaking Godzilla.
I think Godzilla is what I said, like basically in my videos. Godzilla is a tank. Okay, he moves slow, hits hard, gets in your face, and he just tanks through the damage. That's his gimmick.
Oh, okay. So I guess this is okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. Have you seen the second trailer?
Oh,
the Japanese trailer.
No, I have not. I know you were telling me about it, but I have not still seen it.
Yeah. So what you're trying to tell me is, okay. So you want to watch it here and now? Let's watch it here and now. Why not?
I mean, you sure? If you want to, I'm all game. Let's do it.
Okay. Oh shit. Regular. It's the first time I'm watching it as well. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. So maybe our argument is completely, wrong.
We just get whole change of opinions.
Right. Okay. So yeah, let's see this. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah. Girl obviously has some connection with Kong.
Freaking drowning my boy over here.
I'm surprised that this battleship is able to like just hold.
Oh, dude,
both
right there. Yeah, I know, right? Hold both of them. Completely destroyed him. Do you see that? Dude, this guy's knocked out, bro. Let's go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Knocked out, bro. Dude, this guy's knocked out.
What I'm guessing is this is like a midway through the movie, like the first fight,
Yeah.
and then like near the end we'll get the second fight or whatever with Kong coming back with the axe, and, you know.
That was the first one, right? That's
That was the new one, right?
yeah, that was the new one. And this is the old one.
And then plays the old one.
Okay, so dude, freaking my boy gets knocked out, dude. Right here, dude. Power of friendship's gonna save him. Just watch. Yeah, look. Okay, look. That was his biggest punch, dude. That was a Superman punch, right?
Mm-hmm.
That punch, dude, it did nothing to Godzilla. Look at that. He took it like a champ. Nothing, dude. I want to even say, okay, wait. Let's go lower. I want to even say he dodges it. Not dodges it, but like. Okay, no, the animation is just bad. Okay, I thought he went with the blow, you know, like best impact. You know what I mean? I thought so, but no, it's actually just bad animation in their part. But yeah, it looks fine, looks great, fantastic. Actually, you know, just we're nitpicking it. So.
Oh, it looks like a big tail swipe that knocks him out.
Yeah, dude, right there. Dude,
to be fair, he did kill one of the Mutos like pretty easily with a big tail swipe.
Yeah, he did. But yeah. Yeah, like that shove right there. It's like what you're gonna shove him into his terrain. I don't know if you see that, but he shoves him back into the water. It's just like, okay. Godzilla's just like, okay, bro. I kind of live here like most of my life, so.
Oh yeah, if this fight like takes to the freaking sea,
it's
then
over. GG, nah, this GG, dog.
But yeah, but obviously. It's not. It's mostly, as we see, it's on land. It's in the big city at night or whatever. Probably Tokyo or some.
It looks really good. It looks really pretty.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, because Kong has the agility over Godzilla easy. I think like even if he didn't have the axe, he could probably dodge the atomic breath a few times.
Yeah, and let's be fair here. Godzilla is not the best aimed with the, or at least this Godzilla is not as good as aiming his atomic breath. Kind of starts it off and then goes to the direction where the kaiju is. You know what I mean?
Especially in King of the Monsters, when him and Ghidorah first meet, and he just shoots it off, and Ghidorah dodges like easily.
Yeah.
Like just dodges out between it or whatever. But I don't know. Like you said, also it's probably a Godzilla that's not really all there in the head or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So let's. So we agree. We agree that Kong Wings now. No, but we already said what we have to say. We saw the second trailer. I think it's good enough time to go to the theory part of the video, so we could just start talking about the theories. We could just what you just brought up is Godzilla's not all in the it's not all there. If you saw from the first trailer, the King of the Monsters little girl comes back. Billy Bobby Brown or whatever is the actress's name. It's my sister is in love with her from like Stranger Things or whatever. So she's like, I can't believe she's gonna be in Godzilla. I'm like, what? But she's coming back.
Both of them, the daughter and the father are both
coming back, and they know firsthand that Godzilla,
because they were there like firsthand and saw.
Yeah, that he's not a bad guy. He wouldn't be doing this out of the blue, right?
Especially the scene King of the Monsters where he gets like revitalized and the father like stares directly into his eyes, and Godzilla like stares back at him,
Yeah,
and he
it's
just like goes off, and you know.
he
So
has to
yeah,
go fight, you know?
he's they definitely know he's not just gonna just start rampaging out of nowhere.
Yeah, look, and here's how it's gonna go, right? He's gonna go. They know that, right? Because they have firsthand experience.
Hmm.
But you know, the military in America is always, you know, not gonna listen to the persons that have
Hmm.
firsthand experience. All they see is big kaiju destroying America, you know, millions of dollars. They have to do something about it. And they're gonna try to kill Godzilla again. And there's not gonna be any what was his name? Fujiyawa, or what was his name?
Oh, Sarazawa.
Yeah, Sarasawa. There's no Sarasawa to, like, you know, stop him, or at least, you know, be there in the conversation, you know, and
Yeah,
tell
give
them,
words of
hey,
wisdom or whatever.
yeah, it's just like, hey, kind of don't do that. Don't send an atomic, or what did they send, a oxygen,
Oxygen destroyer.
yeah, oxygen destroyer to Godzilla, because we kind of need him. Freaking Lord, for the love of Christ.
Yeah, like he's obviously this Godzilla is obviously like very good natured or whatever, or friendly or whatever. Especially because of that scene with Sarasawa sacrificing himself at the end,
Mhm.
where he touches Godzilla. He's like, "Goodbye, friend," or whatever.
Well, I'm not. I'm pretty sure in the comics they show more of this, but Godzilla was a god in the world. You know what I mean? Like, people worshipped him. Like, people didn't do nothing to him for the longest time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, maybe this time he's a little, not this time, right? But at least when he comes back, right? He's just kind of confused of why the frick they're sending atomic bombs in Bikini, wherever they shot the bomb and woke him up, right?
Mhm.
But other than that, humans have always been there for him, you know, to help him out, or just to worship him. So why would that change? What are they gonna do? Try to kill him? Like, they can't kill him.
Mhm.
Godzilla, he knows that. You know what I mean? But it's
Mhm.
like other kaiju's that always. It seems to him that he always has to bring them back, you know, and smack them down a peck, because, you know, they don't know any better. That's what happened in the King of Monsters. That's what I saw in the King of Monsters. You know?
Yeah, he basically like reined them in and like like had them stop going on their rampages or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Because what are they gonna do? Like, Godzilla's gonna kill them.
Well,
But
because he's like the acting alpha, so they have to listen to him basically.
um, but yeah, no. But the only thing that kind of stopped that was Alien X, or
Ghidorah.
wasn't? Yeah, Ghidorah. What is his name? What was his first name? It was like Alien.
Oh, Monster
Yeah,
Zero. Or whatever.
Monster Zero. That was like AKA name, you know. But it's like King
Mhm.
Ghidorah's. But oh yeah, so that's my theory. That's my theory, that someone is messing with him. His someone figured his radio waves or whatever they did to mess with the kaiju's in the last. They figured it out, right? Which one was the one to mess with him? I feel like
Oh,
the
you
bad guys.
the machine in King of the Monsters that they used to like sort of control the kaiju or whatever with the different sounds or whatever.
Hmm. Yeah, so I feel
Mm.
like that's how they're gonna be. That's why Godzilla is going around, and I feel like getting smacked by that axe blast is gonna bring him back. That's how I feel it's gonna happen.
Jaw to the noggin.
Uh,
Yeah, I definitely agree. There's definitely gonna be like a between Kong and Godzilla. There's gonna be like a third like party or interference thing going on that's
look,
causing Godzilla to act up the way he is. Because they even say it in the trailer. Like I think it's the father or whatever from King of the Monsters is like something's wrong with him or
yeah, yeah, yeah. So here comes the big thing. There's gonna be a third party for sure messing around with Godzilla's brain. What about the third kaiju? For sure, there's gonna be a third kaiju, right?
So they need to team up at the end and
Exactly, dude. Yeah,
I don't know.
it's not gonna be like Batman versus Superman, where where Godzilla's gonna be like, "Save Martha, save her." Kong's like, what do you mean?
Mothra. How do you know that
Yeah,
name?
Mothra, save Mothra.
I don't know.
Who do you think is
My,
gonna be the third one?
like I said, I know we talked before, and you said it's a dumb theory that you don't believe in, but my personal bet is the Mechagodzilla theory.
Mega Godzilla. It's gonna be the third big baddie.
Yeah, like it might not necessarily be like like the reason Godzilla is going crazy is because it's not actually Godzilla; it's a Mechagodzilla in disguise. I
Yeah.
don't know about that, but I think there could be like a Mechagodzilla, like near the end that pops up with because of this third party or whatever, or like when you brought light to me to it before that the some of the Ghidorah heads are still alive.
Well,
So
they
could,
found them. Not that
yeah,
they're
yeah,
still alive.
but it could be Mecha Ghidorah also maybe.
So my thing on that, actually, let's go with a little bit more realistic here. And you brought it up just right now, and I'm like, that makes sense. Um, yeah, the bad guy will be Mechagodzilla, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that he's a bad guy, but it's just that the military is so up their own ass that they just want to eliminate both Kong and Godzilla at that time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like we can't rely on these monsters.
Yeah, to
They're
keep us safe.
too unpredictable. We need to take matters into our own hands, type of thing.
Yeah, so that's why they're gonna send Mechagodzilla. So more realistically, it's gonna be Mechagodzilla, and that's what they're gonna use Mechagodzilla for. You know what I mean? And they're gonna team up, but they're gonna beat up, destroy Mechagodzilla together. And since they don't have any beef anymore, right? Since like let's say the humans or the dad, right? Let's just say the dad searches and finds where the frequency is going and they stop it. So there's no longer beef between Godzilla and Kong. They look at each other, gain mutual respect for each other, and then they go their separate ways. That's probably how the movie's gonna end. To
Mm-hmm.
be honest. But it's always fun to think about what if it's Mechagodzilla, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it slowly evolves back into Mechaghidorah. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. Like obviously, like if anyone has not seen the after credit scene in King of the Monsters with some of the Ghidorah heads still being alive, obviously Mecha Ghidorah is coming at some point, whether it's this movie or a future Godzilla movie, who knows? But yeah,
Okay,
I definitely
okay.
agree.
Think about it like this, right? Think about it like this.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
okay, they're not. Godzilla is still on a rampage, right? Kong needs some help. What do? We send Mechagodzilla to help out Kong, right? So they go send the Mechagodzilla. Godzilla is back to normal, right? Mission accomplished. Let's bring back Mega Godzilla, right? Let's bring him back for repairs or whatever, right? Mega Godzilla is not responding. What's going on? They don't understand what's going on, but it seems that the whatever they used, the fusion between the the Ghidorah head, is causing a malfunction in the way that it's set up, right? It's similar to what was it? Godzilla versus Godzilla SOS, I believe.
Oh, okay. I see where like okay, I think I understand where I'm coming from now. Where like the the machine actually gains like sentience or whatever
Mm-hmm.
and becomes its like own thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Okay, now I
And
understand
then
what
it
you mean.
just and then Ghidorah has regenerative, like powers. So it just was regenerating to the point where he turns into a Mecha Ghidorah. Know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I understand now. Okay, I get you. Yeah, yeah. I understand.
So I think that would be a cool little thing,
So we start off with a Mecha Godzilla, and then it starts like malfunctioning, whatever. because like it's gaining its own consciousness or whatever, and then it like slowly turns into Mecha Ghidorah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
So basically, I believe if this Mecha Ghidorah does exist or would exist, right? I believe the base and the middle head will be mecha, while the natural wings and two natural heads pop out. You know,
Hmm.
so that's how it would look, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's what I got. That's what I think could happen. What realistically would happen is the first scenario where they send out Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla, and then they team up to beat up Mecha Godzilla. Because
Yeah, that would be like my first. If someone presented a theory to me of that, like that would probably be my first choice.
right, but it's always fun to think and speculate. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So any other theories that you think might happen that are different than mine?
Um, um, here's I guess like not really a theory or a like half theory, half question, but it's
Mhm.
like if we do say like get the get the Mechagodzilla in the film,
Okay.
like which version do you think it would end up being? Like the Mechagodzilla 2 version or like the 3 version, the Kiryu version from SOS?
So yeah, that's a big question. Yeah, that's the real question. Because if it's the SOS one, then the Mecha Ghidorah theory, my theory at least, I think it's more valid. Because they're gonna have to use a kaiju, right? That's the whole point they did that Mecha Godzilla, because they used the body of the old Godzilla, right?
Yeah, like it's bones or whatever. But yeah, basically.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to use a kaiju, and unless they take the dead Godzilla that I mentioned, where Kong gets the fan to make the axe, I don't
Hmm.
think they're gonna have the time to make the Mecha Godzilla, because it took
Hmm.
years for at least for the Japanese in the SOS movie to make Mecha Godzilla even functionally.
Hmm.
And just imagine making Mecha Godzilla in like a week or
Oh, we don't. Is it like we don't know? Like between King of the Monsters and this one, like how much time has passed? I mean, can we even like really like safely judge how much time has passed? I mean, probably like a few years, but I wouldn't say like that long though. But
I
yeah.
don't think it's 2021, but apparently it is taking place in 20. I don't know how it's possible, but that's what my brother said. Don't quote me on. But it
Uh,
makes no sense. It makes more sense that a couple years passed. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
But or
Um,
or here's a to end off the theory section of the video. Very wacky thing: aliens show up. Let's make a Mecha Godzilla into alien Mecha Godzilla from the first one.
finally get the introduction of the aliens. I mean, would it too be? I know it seems kind of wacky and out there, but is it that too much far fetched out there since we already got uh, an alien kaiju in the form of Ghidorah?
I would say it's is it far from the possibility? No. Is it would it be? But I just think of it as the regular consumer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you think it'd be way too much for them.
Yeah, for them, but
For
people that are
Godzilla
fans.
fans, it's like, yeah, okay, we can get with this, yeah, 100%. But like for a normal moviegoer, just like kind of looking or whatever, it might be like maybe like a turn off, maybe, or like
Yeah,
this is way too
exactly.
much
So
for
they're
me.
like aliens. Though. Think about the Alabama guy that just watched, knows about Godzilla and watched King Kong from 2004. You know,
Hmm.
his little grandson was like, oh, pops, we're gonna go watch a Godzilla vs Kong, right? Like, well, what in tarnation? So that's why I think that's why they're not introducing the aliens in this movie. I think they could introduce them, and it will be a lot of fun. You know,
Mhm.
just let's make another Final Wars, but like, dude, that'd be great. That'd be legit. Imagine another Final Wars and call it Final Wars just to end off this legendary Godzilla. That'd be sick.
Especially since in King of the Monsters we introduced all these different. Oh yeah, they're not called kaiju's in the legendary verse. They're called titans,
Yeah,
right?
Titans. Yeah.
Especially since we introduced all these or a few of these new and different titans, and we didn't really see much of them in the movie or see them do anything besides just walk through a few cities. But
Hmm.
that's but yeah,
Oh,
I'd definitely be on board with that. Yeah.
or how about even crazier, right? Even crazier than aliens, right? This Godzilla is not the Godzilla from the legendary pictures.
Okay. Like, what do you mean? I'm like explain
This
to me.
this Godzilla is actually Zilla, just mutated.
Please, you're going to bring that. No, he died. He's dead.
Imagine that, dude. Imagine that. It's not Godzilla, it's Zilla. Just kind of looks like Godzilla, but it's
It's that
Zilla.
it's that one freaking baby that survived the explosion back in the old movie, and it, like changed and mutated or whatever into a different looking Godzilla, completely different from its parent.
Oh my god, that'd be so weird. Imagine that Zilla.
I mean, the ultimate troll, but I would laugh my ass off definitely.
If the real Godzilla come out of nowhere, it's like the hell? You know, you got to rest after a big fight against King Ghidorah, and they come back to this knockoff fighting an ape. Who would have thought?
No, yeah, he's just no, he's not. He's just chilling and not on Monster Island, but in his like weird like different dimension underwater Atlantis thing.
They did introduce that, huh? That's like a different
Yeah,
dimension.
you forgot that,
Oh,
right? Like
dude.
it's
Yeah, no, I completely forgot about that.
like
Yeah.
holes in the Earth's crust or whatever you could take, and it takes you like yeah, it's the weird thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Couldn't just have Monster Island. You got to make this
I know,
overcome
right?
thing. But yeah,
So let's just
that'd
end
be
off
funny.
with the let's just end off this video with some favorite moments of Godzilla that you have ever. Doesn't have to be this Godzilla.
Oh, just like from
Any
Godzilla
Godzilla.
universe in
Yeah.
general.
Mhm.
Oh, man, what were some of my favorites? Definitely the very first Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla.
The alien one?
Yeah, the very first one.
I have to
Or
see it. I haven't seen that one, but I have to see it.
I just because that was the first ever like Godzilla movie I ever saw and like physically owned too on DVD, which I still have. But it
It
was so it was so cool and interesting. Like when I was a kid, I this idea of like a a doppelganger, an evil doppelganger or whatever.
that was the premise, right? That he looked like Godzilla, but when
Well, yeah,
you
that was the premise at first. Is like he looked like the real Godzilla, and then the real God like halfway through, or like when real Godzilla appears, and they end up fighting each other, and then that's when he like takes off the disguise, and then
it was
you have that
Mecha
really
Godzilla.
like memorable like sort of kick-ass theme for Mechagodzilla kick in, and it just has this showcase going over him on like each of his body parts of his weapons and everything. I was like, okay, well, this is cool and interesting. And then like
So my
the whole entirety of Final Wars, in my opinion, I know it's like technically like a black sheep of the franchise, I know, like when it came out, it didn't do very well. But
Honestly, they did too much with the male with the human characters. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, with the weird like kung fu like
Yeah,
soldiers.
that was
Yeah,
kind of a big turnoff, especially for my brother. My brother's just like, "What the heck am I watching?" Right? But I'm
definitely.
all like, just give it some time. You'll get to the cool parts, you know. But when it comes to like the kaiju fights, dude.
Especially like in the halfway point where they free Godzilla from like his like ice prison, and then the guy commanding the ship is like, like we have the king of the monsters, Godzilla, and then like Godzilla roars, and then there's like lightning flashing around. I'm like, oh my god, it's so badass.
Right?
So,
Oh, you know
like,
who else was badass in that movie? That was not really didn't need it to be badass, but was freaking Gigan.
oh yeah, the
For whatever
updated
reason, this guy looks so metal AF. You know what I mean?
black color scheme. He has different types of arms. He's got the normal saw blades, and then he's got actual like chainsaw arms now.
Chainsaw, yeah. Is that alien upgrade? Dude, that was crazy. Just for whatever reason, they could have chosen anyone from the kaiju they had in stock, and they're like, "No, Gigan." I think they chose right because it was just hilarious watching him self destroy himself
Oh yeah,
like Frieza.
get down. Yeah, that was. But
Yeah,
hey, they made him threatening.
they
Oh,
did. They really did.
but what about you?
So
Any?
one of my favorite parts of Godzilla, I have to say, is one of the things that I love about Godzilla is just how different all incarnations of Godzilla are different. Some are goofy, some are serious,
Mm-hmm,
some are frightening, like Shin Godzilla.
mm-hmm.
My favorite moment was when he drops kick a monster with Jet Jaguar.
Oh yeah.
Do that. So that was my favorite. One of my favorite, like because I'm like, dude, like Godzilla, they're like such a funny moment. I'm like, this is what Godzilla is all about. It's all about the goofs and the gaffs. You know what I mean? Like the epicness, the awesomeness. It's a movie. It's a franchise that it can be serious when it wants to be serious, like the first ever Godzilla movie and like Shin Godzilla and all that stuff. But in the end of the day, Godzilla has evolved to being much more than just a political tool or a political commentary. It has become its own entity. It's become Godzilla, and that's what I love about Godzilla. And
He's
that's
literally become an icon.
yeah. So yeah, he even has his own. Godzilla is a resident of Japan. Like he has his own documents and everything. So you gotta tell me.
Doesn't he like in Hollywood also like have his own like star or whatever
Yeah, he
on that?
has his own star too. Godzilla has his own star.
Like that's just how like from someone that originated off a basically like a horror movie in Japan. That's how big and like just popular he's become, which is kind of insane, really.
Yeah. To the point where you're here talking about him fighting an ape. Like, come on.
I mean, it's like what Japan's number one monster versus America's number one monster.
Yeah. But Kong has better chances with the second monster. What's his name? Gamera.
Oh yeah, Gamera, yeah.
The Gamera has to come back. They have to make a new Gamera movie because the last one was kind of bad. Gamera 3, whatever it's called. I don't know if you saw it, but I bought it. I bought that Blu-ray, excited to see Gamera, and I'm like, what the heck?
I have a Gamera Blu-ray. It's like I think it's a collection of some of his movies. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think I've only saw the first one on that Blu-ray. I haven't seen all of them, but so yeah.
Oh, well, another thing that I love so much. Have you ever heard of this YouTube channel? Or is it a YouTube channel? I'm not sure what the YouTube channel is called. But it's a series called Monster Island Buddies.
Oh, Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what it is. I haven't seen it, but I know of it.
Oh my god, it's so stupid. It starts off very stupid, but I would even argue it's almost as good story wise and like comedy wise delivery as Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I have to say that. I have to say that because I watched this thing like they're like an episode like 200 something now, and I used to watch it when I was in high school. Like this is freaking comedy gold because you know how in Dragon Ball Z Abridged they always just have connections, like they make jokes within jokes, and if you've watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged, you understand the jokes, like Space Duck or I don't know what it's another one. I don't know, but it has something to do with Vegeta. Like the jokes just land so well. All these squares make a circle. Like it's hilarious, and I think it's that quality of script writing, I would say. So yeah, that's one
Yeah.
of the things that I like. But other than that, well, thank you for taking the time of talking about Godzilla, Gojira.
All right, no problem. Always happy to talk about my things that I like and interest me. Thank you for having me, though.
Hey, no problem, no problem. Anyways, guys, if you guys don't remember who this man is the Brotaku. He has a YouTube channel apparently. So I'm gonna put his YouTube channel on the link in the comment section. So hopefully you guys go check him out. He also has a Twitch channel. He casually plays here and there his stream lineups. If you guys want to go follow him on Twitch, I will also put his link down below. As always, as me, follow me on my social media. I usually use Instagram and Twitter. Again, the Brotaku, thank you very much. Hopefully, we could do another one, maybe another one, anime one, perhaps? Question mark. We'll see.
Oh, definitely. I'm always up for that.
Okay, yeah, because you definitely have seen a lot more anime than I have. And we could always debate about it. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Stay vigilant, and see you guys next time.